Hello, everybody. Welcome to another live Laser Distractions. I'm glad y'all are here hanging out with me tonight. I think it's going to be fun. I'm going to be doing something really different. I don't know if you could get it, what I was talking about from the description, but before I get started into tonight's festivities, I wanted to take a minute and give a shout out to Bill Coleman, William Coleman. He's in the chat tonight, and he sent me some pictures. And I'm going to get these pulled up here. Let's see if I can. There we go. Okay, he sent me a nice email, and I wanted to show some of his pictures too. So this is one of the pictures, and here's what he said in his email. He says, good morning, Dave. Bill Coleman, channel member here. Attached are 2 photos of projects cut with my new Omtech MF manual focus 1220 R-50 laser. I finally got my laser set up, conducted mirror test, power line test, ramp test for focus, and Omtech test card. All my settings on the refurbished, and I'm assuming that's what that R means at the end of that 1220. Refurbished 50-watt laser were dead on. He says, still learning, trying to learn light burn, but well pleased with the results of my first projects. Patterns are from Scroll Saw Workshop, and material is 1/16 basswood project sheets from Amazon. And he goes on to say, enjoy your YouTube videos and being one of your channel members, my CNC routers and lasers. Keep this 75-year-old hobbyist looking to learn something new every day. And I just thought that was pretty awesome. That he sent me this, and looks like he's getting it dialed in here. Let's see if I can. Yeah, this is the first photo, and I think this is the second one here. Yeah. I don't know why all this other stuff's popping up here, but anyway, good job, Bill. And I appreciate you being a channel member, and appreciate your support. All right, one other little thing I wanted to talk about here. Let me get this lined up. I thought I had this open, but I guess I didn't. But I want to show y'all something. It's pretty exciting news, I think. Okay, Omtech has now partnered with American Photonics. So this lens kit you're looking at right here is exactly the lens kit that I bought, only I bought it from Amazon, I guess, or maybe I bought it directly from American Photonics. I think I bought it from Amazon. But now, because they have partnered with Omtech, and Omtech is now selling this through their website, that means that should you decide to purchase this, you could use the good old 5% off coupon code that I have here. So that's a pretty cool deal. I'm not sure exactly when they started this. It might have been today, because today was the first day that I heard about it. So if anybody is looking to get this kit, that would be a great deal because the price is good. And then, of course, by the time you knock off the 5%, it's even better. So there's that. I thought that was some pretty exciting news. Let's see, JR is here. How you doing, JR? Sean says, Mike has that sound again. It might be, because I haven't changed anything since before, but it might be that the compressor is running on the chiller. And I think I don't know what else to do. I heard it earlier too, and I can't get rid of everything because I've got ambient noise out here in the shop when I'm running this thing. If I was to sit here and cut that off and cut everything else off and just talk, it'd be fine. But I'm never going to be able to get it perfectly quiet out here. Bill Coleman, if you haven't found it, Laser Everything has a great CO2 gantry crash course for light burn. Yeah. I actually have learned a lot. Well, mostly I've learned a lot by just doing it, but I've also learned a lot watching the light burn tutorials themselves on YouTube. They seem to be pretty good. Roger says, how do we send you pictures? Let me go ahead and create a banner here. I've got some CA glue on my fingers. So I can't, I'm not getting any feeling on one fingertip. I was covered up with CA glue. Okay. There is my email address. If you send me any pictures, please send them as an attachment. I mean, I can get them the other way, but it's easier if you put them like in a, if you're going to send 3 or 4, put them in a zip file and then attach that file. We'll get them that way. Either way, however you send them. I get them all kinds of ways. Sometimes people forget my email and they'll send them Facebook Messenger, or if they know my phone number, they'll text them to me. It don't really matter. I'll get them either way. Okay, let's see. So I don't know if you knew the video description that I put on there tonight. I said, tonight we're going to be rocking. And I don't know if anybody knew what I was talking about, but I've been going down kind of another rabbit hole watching videos, trying to learn about engraving on rocks, stones, bricks, pavers, all that kind of stuff. So I don't have a whole lot. I've got a few little small rocks, and of course the ones that work best. This one I've had in here for a while. This one is pretty flat on both sides, so that one would probably make a real good one. But I thought for my first few experiments, I would, this is fairly flat here, and I'll stick some shims and stuff underneath it, try to get it as level as I can. All of these this one here it's not really flat at all anywhere, so I don't know if that one will even work, but I thought I would try to do this one. I could probably put something on this side and on this side just to play around, but I wanted to try around with that. I don't know if anybody's ever watched somebody engrave just plain old rocks, but there's a few guys on there. One guy I was watching earlier this morning, he did a really cool technique. It's where he engraves the image normally, and even the rock he had, it wasn't very flat. It kind of had a rounded surface to it. But he took a picture of his son And he did the first thing where he engraves it just normal, doesn't invert the color, the image or anything. And then he comes back and he takes some acrylic paint and he lightly puts a coat of black paint on it. And then he comes back, and of course he's not moving it, he's leaving it right where it was. And then he comes back and he changes the power setting just slightly. He lowered it just a little bit. And then he inverted the image and ran it again. And so it's removing the different parts of that black paint. And it looked really slick. I wish I could remember the name of that guy's YouTube channel. It's J&J something. J&J Engraving or something to that effect. Young fellow. But anyway, I thought that was pretty cool. And I think I first started seeing them yesterday, and I thought, okay, I'm going to get up this morning and look for some rocks. So that's what I'm going to try to do. And I spent this morning getting myself, well, let me pull it out and I'll show you. I had some of these. I'm probably not going to be able to pull that out now that I think about it. But I had some of these big magnets, so I 3D printed some camera mount type stuff and got it where I can now have it much more secure. It's mounted to that front rail, so it doesn't, it's not in the way at all. And I've even got it kind of set in dead center, but because it's on a magnet, I can just pick it up and stick it anywhere. And I think I'll be able to get some pretty cool shots. So but anyway, I'm going to try to get this first rock in there and get it shimmed up, but I'm going to have to lower the bed a little bit. This is a see if I can get this thing shimmed up with something. It needs a little something right there. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. I know y'all probably can't even hear me when I'm up under here. I'm going to start off really simple. I'm just going to just try to do a line using my name in, I think this is Arial font. And I may have it too big. Let's frame it and see what it looks like here. I don't know. That looks like that's going to work. And I don't really know because of all the videos I watched, it looks like their settings were all over the place. A lot of them had different machines and stuff. So I've got this first one at 50 millimeters a second. with just the power at 15, which isn't much at all. So I don't know if it will even do anything, but I figure it's better to start out slow and work my way up and see what happens. So I think I've got it fairly level. Let's give it a shot and see what happens. Okay. I think you might be able to see it actually put something on there even with only 15% power. So let me run another pass right there and up that power a little bit. And we'll see how that works. Okay, that's actually, in fact, as I look at it on the StreamYard screen here, I can even make it out. It's actually not too bad considering that's not super flat. It's, you know, I focused it right there in the center, but then it's getting higher and lower as it's moving across the face of that rock because it's not super, flat. Let me bump that power up just a little bit. And we'll go over it one more time. Okay. Now I'm going to change that to a fill. And probably speed that up a little bit. And we'll try it again. right, I see Ryan Ballard has joined us in the house. Good evening, Ryan. He says Dave is taking this Maker's Rock thing a little too serious. All right, I think that's all I'm going to do with that one. I am, and again, if I hold this up, you can see how, you know, that's not very flat. It's not like it's a river rock where it's got a good flat side. But, yeah, that's not bad. Not bad. That final thing, I was doing the fill at 100 millimeters a second with the speed of, or I mean, a power of 35%. So that's not too bad. I'll try this other little rock here because I think it's a lot smaller, so I'm going to have to shrink up the name there. But I think it's a good bit flatter right here. So. Let me come up here and shrink this down a little bit. Let's see, Alan says, Dave, for fill, looks like you used bi-directional only. Let's see what it was. Yeah, the bi-directional fill is turned on there. Yeah. Just not sure about CO2 gantry, but do you have the option of cross-hatching cut parameters? Yeah, I saw that right here. It looks like I can turn that on. I'm not sure what. Okay, well, we'll do this. Tell you what, we'll do this next one at that setting and see how it looks. I think I've got it about as level as I'm going to get. Tell you what, I'm going to have to raise this. I am not sure about this one at all, but we will see what happens. Let me start off with the I'll tell you what I'm going to do here. All right, I think I'm going to hit it okay. Let's try that, see what happens. Yeah, I thought they had that too, Ryan, but I don't know whether they've changed it or what, but you have a choice of offset fill, which I'm not sure what oh yeah, that's doing that. So but I think they did away with that line and fill all in one. So let me let's see if I can add a not sure how to. Let's see. Do it that way, I guess. Okay, let me set these back what it was. I was doing 50 and yeah. All right, let's we'll do that. It should do a line and then come back and do a fill afterwards using that crosshatch. So we'll see what happens there. Oops, I didn't change the camera, did I? Sorry about that, guys. Just keeping y'all in the dark. Yeah, what version are you running, Ryan? Are you running an older version? I'm running, I believe it's the latest, it's 13.01. Okay, I see why you were asking about that now, Alan. For fiber laser, the crosshatch really goes to town. Yeah, I think it's going to, I mean, you can clearly read that. And again, that stone was not all that flat on the top. I'm kind of impressed that you can get stuff to show up, because this rock that you're looking at right now was buried in mud just about 12, 14 hours ago. So. Of course, I did a pretty lousy job of centering it too, so I should have moved it up over here a little bit where it would have been maybe a little flatter. But I got to say, I'm pretty impressed with being able to do stuff with rocks like this. Let's see if we can. I don't know if I might be able to get this other rock shimmed up, flatted out. Yeah, 1.0.06. Yeah, see, I'm 1.3.01. So, and I think if I go, let's see, if I check for updates, I think I'm on the latest, greatest. Okay, of course it gave me an error. Maybe that's because I've got it connected to a machine. I don't know. Let me try it again. Nope, it says my version is up to date, 1.3.01. So it is the latest, greatest. All right, I'm gonna play around and try something else. I've got a couple old bricks here, and these are from 1991. I know that because it's got a stamp on this side, and that's when my house was built. So this side here is pretty flat. So I'm going to try to do the same kind of thing on that. See how it does on that. See, the weight of this brick is really causing that honeycomb to sag. We'll see if we can make it work here. Let's see what this is. 2¼ by 7 3/4. All right. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but we'll give it a shot and see. Okay. Let me check the focus here. Alan says, does the honeycomb not sit on support blades underneath? It does. And that's why I was a little bit surprised when I set that brick. Of course, I'm right smack in the middle, but I don't know, unless that honeycomb had a bow in the middle anyway. I'm not sure. I'll have to do some investigation into that. Jerry said the air compressor back gave me a heart attack. Yeah, they'll do that when they come on. You're not expecting it. So this is what I'm going to try to run here. I've just got this part here is just kind of framing it. So I have no idea if this is going to work, but that's why I'm out here playing around. So we'll check it out and see. I'm going to stop that for a second because this is what I wanted to do. Okay, looks like big difference between a clay brick and rock. I'm not even seeing anything on that brick. We'll let it run a minute and see if it does anything. Looks like it's trying to do a little something. One of the guys that I was watching on YouTube, well, actually, 2 or 3 of them, they talk about some bricks that you can get that are, I don't know, there's something in them that makes them what they call them laser ready. So they are made for engraving, like memorial stuff and stuff like that. So this is not an ideal brick either. All this stuff you see me doing tonight, I had to kind of wipe it off and let it dry because it was all outside in the weather. So tried to find the cleanest ones I could, but yeah, William says that baked Georgia clay is tough. Yeah, I think I'm running this right now at 35% power, and I think, of course, I'm not sure what size laser. They might have had a 100-watt laser, but I think one of those guys was running this at about 60% power, so almost double what I'm running. I don't plan on doing a lot of this. I just wanted to play around with it tonight. But it is kind of cool that you could do these little, I call them memorial rocks, where you put something on there. Are you guys liking that camera view? I don't know about you guys, but I'm really digging that, having that little faux pro camera on that magnet. I think that really makes it nice, being able to get it front and center in there inside the laser. Yeah. I can make out what it says, but I think it's mostly because I know what it says. It's really needs probably a little bit more power. So since I haven't moved it, I think I'm going to go ahead and up the power a little. And all right, getting some good feedback on the camera view. It is a whole lot better than that other one. All right, let me try to all right. I'm We'll try to run it again. I've upped the power now. I've got that first one running at 50 millimeters a second at 60% power. And then doing the engraving image at 100 millimeters a second at 60% power. So we will see how that works out. And I think it only takes about 4 or 5 minutes to do this. So we'll let her rip. On, Jerry, you got this now. It's nothing but a thing. You can see from looking at of course, I'm doing this on the side of this brick, but you can see I had to take a cold chisel and a hammer and knock the mortar that was stuck on both top and bottom of this thing. That's why it looks nasty on where those 3 holes are. I'd say I missed a question up here. Alan's asking, how deep is he engraved? And I think this was back when I was doing the rock. It's really not very deep at all, Alan, on these rocks where I put Dave. It's it basically just clean that off, I guess. So, I mean, you can, if you take your fingernail, you can feel it a little bit, but I think you would probably, could get it a lot deeper if you run a little more power. Again, I ran that at 35%, so being kind of conservative with it, but it does mark it pretty good. Okay, so here it is. I think you can make out what it says. It's not real pretty, but then the brick wasn't very pretty to start with. So it is pretty rough looking. But if you hold it just right, I don't know if I can get it where I can hold it at an angle or whatever you see it. I'm amazed. It did a decent job putting that in there. It's just hard to see because there's not a lot of contrast between that. But I thought that was pretty interesting. Like I said, I'm probably not going to do a lot of that. And again, if you couldn't make it out, there's what I was running, the Omtech logo there. But yeah, I probably won't do a lot of this, but I like to try different things. And when I ran across one of those videos, one of those things pop up in my feed, and I'm going down that rabbit hole for a little while. And I thought, I know I've got, in fact, let's see, where did I put that? It's over here. Almost forgot about this one. This is a big river rock I got up in North Georgia. And you can see it's not flat at all. It's got a spot right here. If I can get it shimmed up, it's got a spot big enough I could probably do a little something. This black stuff on it here, that's because it's been sitting around my fire pit. So I'm not sure what that was that got burnt on there. But yeah, I'll probably try something on this and on that other one here. I'm thinking I could probably get away with doing something on both sides of this. But since this is a pretty flat rock on both sides, I'll probably try to take more time, especially now that I know a little bit about how it's going to react, and maybe try to do something a little nicer on that. Let's see. Okay, Sean says, looks like Laser Sketch out of Romeoville, Illinois has laser ready bricks at a fair price. Yeah, I hadn't shopped around, tried to find any. I just, and some of these guys that were doing tests, in fact, there was two different guys, but they were like reps for a brand of laser. And they would do 3 tests. They would do like a laser ready brick, and then they would do just a regular brick that they bought for less than $1 at Lowe's or something. And then they would do a paver. And in fact, one of the tests that I watched earlier today, not long before I came out here, he just left the settings on the laser exactly the same for all 3 so that you could see the difference. And obviously the one that's the best is the one that's laser ready, because that's what they do. They make them where they're going to work. I don't know what they put in them, but I'm real anxious to try that technique that I saw that one guy do. Like I said, where he does the image the regular way, and then he puts just a little light coat of black acrylic paint, again, not moving it, keeping it right where it was, and then come back and run it again, only this time inverting the image, and it came out really cool. I'll have to find that link to that guy, maybe add it to this description or something. That came out pretty cool. All right, we've been here about an hour. I guess that's all I was going to fiddle around with tonight. I hope you enjoyed watching me play with rocks. I guess, as Ryan said, I guess I did make a maker's rock. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to wrap this one up. And again, if anybody wants to, I'll get Facebook open. If anybody wants to come hang out a little bit, I will shut off some of this noisy stuff. I apologize because I know it's probably been pretty noisy with that mic, because when I'm running the laser, especially up in the power and stuff, and I've got it nice and toasty out here. It's about 70 degrees out here. So that thing hasn't cut off since I started running that first burn. So it gets a little noisy, and like I said, I don't think I'm going to be able to get rid of all that noise, just because that is probably the loudest thing, and just having the laser powered up, you can't really hear it until I turn that off, and then you realize how loud this thing is too. But that stock air assist runs all the time, so you got that pump running all the time, so it gets a little noisy. But I mean, I can't complain. It's way quieter than the router, so I'm still enjoying running this thing and not having to wear ear protection or anything like that. So anyway, I'm going to get out of here. Like I said, I'll open up Facebook, see if anybody wants to come hang out. If you do, fine. If you don't, that's fine too. I appreciate y'all being channel members and supporting the channel and allowing me to come out here and play. It's a lot of fun. And hopefully y'all will get one of these things and play along with me. So I think Jerry's fixing to. So anyway, good night, everybody, and I'll check Facebook, see if anybody wants to join me later. So see y'all.